Hi, I'm Valerie. Welcome to Library Lab Online from the Plainfield Guilford Township Public Library. Let's talk about airplanes. Today I'm going to share a little bit about the science of how airplanes fly, which is called aerodynamics. And then I'm going to show you 3 different paper airplane designs that you can try at home. Aerodynamics, the forces of flight. Forces affect everything on our planet all the time, but where airplanes in flight are concerned, we're actually thinking about 4 forces of flight. The 4 forces of flight are thrust, drag, gravity, and lift. Thrust is the force that moves the airplane forward. It's usually provided by the airplane's engines. Drag is the force of all the air around the airplane sort of pushing back against it and trying to slow it down. Gravity is the force that holds the airplane and everything on the surface of the earth down toward the earth. And to overcome gravity, you need the 4th force, which is lift. Lift, as you can imagine, is the force that lifts the airplane into the sky. So how does lift work? It's kind of complicated, but I'll try to give you the simple version. If you were to take an airplane wing and cut through the side of it, you would end up with a very distinctive shape called an airfoil. An airfoil is curved in the front, but pointed in the back. Airplane wings have this specific shape because it causes the air to flow around the wing in a way that reduces the pressure of air above the wing, and it increases the pressure of the air below the wing. If the pressure below the wing is greater and the pressure above the wing is less, then the wing will lift up. All right, the first airplane we're going to fold is just a simple paper airplane. So you're going to start with your paper vertically, the long side facing upward, and you're just going to begin by folding the left side over to the right side. When you make paper airplanes, you want to make sure that you make your creases as sharp as you can. All right, once you've folded that, open it back up. Kind of press it down a little. Then you're going to take the top corners and fold each of them down toward that middle line that you just made. So we'll fold one corner down and the other corner down. All right, looks like a house. Now you're going to take this corner and also fold it in toward the middle line. So you're just kind of bending this edge toward the middle line. So you bring that one in and crease it all the way down. So again, you're taking this edge and bringing it toward the middle line. Creasing it nice and sharply. All right. That's a paper airplane shape. Then you're going to fold that in half. So you have it folded up on top of itself. Now you're going to take this edge, this top edge, and fold it down to the bottom edge. And this one can get a little bit tricky. You just have to convince it that it wants to go there. Crease it all the way down. All right, and then flip the whole thing over. And again, this edge is going to that bottom edge. You're mirroring what you did on the other side. Make sure everything's nice and sharp. Let those come back up a little. And you have your first paper airplane. The second paper airplane we're going to fold is called the ring wing, and it may not look like a normal paper airplane that you're used to seeing. Now the first fold of this one is a little bit tricky. You want to make sure you're folding from this corner across to this corner. You're making a line from here to here. So you're not lining these points up. You're actually going to have 2 little points sticking out at the top. You want to kind of get that. All right. So you've creased from corner to corner. Make a nice sharp crease. All right, now you're going to take this bottom edge and fold it up maybe 1/2 inch or so, all the way across the bottom. Looks pretty good. Do it again. Just take that and fold it over one more time, about 1/2 inch. All right, this is the fun part of this one. You're gonna pick that up, flip it over so the parts you folded are underneath, and you kind of run it through your fingers. You wanna make this curve. So you're trying to get this paper to not lie flat anymore and be curvy. All right. Then you're going to have these two ends, and you can slot one inside the other. Come back to this side, tuck that one underneath. And it looks like a hat, but it's an airplane called the Ring Wing. When you fly this one, you're going to grab it from the back, kind of pick it up this way and give it a very gentle toss outward. So you're sort of flicking it off the ends of your fingers. But you'll notice we've created that shape in the front by rolling up the front. So it has a larger shape at the front, tapering off toward the back, that makes your airfoil that will make this fly. The third design is probably the most complicated, but I think if we take it step by step, it shouldn't be too tricky. You're going to start with your paper vertically again, and you're going to take and fold one side over to the other, make a nice sharp crease, and then open it back up. And just like we did with our first airplane, we'll take the top corners and fold them in to that middle line. Looks familiar, doesn't it? All right, now you'll take it and flip it over. The next crease is going to come from this corner to that corner. You're just going to take this pointy part and fold it down along the middle there, and then crease. So you've created a crease right through here. All right. Now we're going to take this corner and bring them in to the middle. And you don't want to fold it this way. You kind of want it to come in the middle a little bit further down here. So once you've done one side, bringing that corner into the middle, you'll take the other corner and match it to that spot. And bring it into the middle and crease. Make sure everything's nice and pressed down. All right. These want to flap up, right? So you can take this pointy part that's hanging down below and make a crease that kind of goes across here. And that'll pin those shut. Now take the whole thing and flip it over. Remember that very first fold you made down the center? You're just going to fold it there one more time. So you're folding your plane in half. Nice triangle shape. Now you're going to fold this top edge down toward the bottom edge to give yourself a wing. So line those up and give it a nice sharp crease. So that was the top edge, came to the bottom edge. Flip the whole thing over, same thing. This edge comes down to the bottom edge. Nice sharp crease. And there's your third paper airplane. Now that you know a little bit about aerodynamics and you've folded 3 paper airplanes, what else can you try at home? You could get out a measuring tape and see how far your airplanes fly. Does one design fly farther than another? Do they fly farther indoors than they do outdoors? Try it and see. What if you folded the same paper airplane design out of different kinds of paper? You could use newspaper, cardstock, construction paper, notebook paper. Does one type of paper make a better paper airplane? What if you designed your own paper airplane? If you do, let us know because we would love to see it. We have these great books and more about airplanes and paper airplanes at our library. Thank you for joining me for Library Lab Online from the Plainfield-Guilford Township Public Library. See you next time.